So the confusion of it's coming up for the whole entire organism because we have the reverberation of the Taurian energy, and it's our values. It's really never not going to be something that we need to look at, right? If we have a money system doing what? I've been getting glimpses about like the real energy, like the reason why that things can just collapse as an entire civilization when they have money and they're doing a certain way, then there's the collapse of a civilization. Like it's just like it's an inevitable thing or something. But see, I really don't know that. You don't know it either. Do we ever see it? Do we? What's hanging in the air now? To me, it's just like it's constant ditch digging collapse. You know what I mean? I mean, if you haven't noticed, the money system does prey on the illusion of scarcity of things and that things are going to run out or yeah, on a huge scale, the climate change, the trying to, God, this conversation, I just wanted to talk about, just trying to, water has been taken over under illusion of scarcity. Everything has been taken over because of the scarcity, the real live lack of knowledge of how to do things. So let's get back to, having said that, the what what money is doing really. It's hard to really get there's a huge blind spot, isn't it? I think so. People don't want to talk about it. They're like, and I just pulled off the analogy in one of my videos here. One of my videos. Hi, this is August 1st, and I didn't make a video yet for August 1st, so I'm going to put this on August 1st. But I did make an orange shirt video, getting down to the classic. It's kind of like retro, um, Pluto and Aquarius, just wrapping up the last of the illusion of being impoverished and all of it, right? We just accept it. Well, sometimes we catch ourselves in pajamas all day. No, yes, I don't know, babes. We have our days. Anyway, exposed a lot on the video that's going to be coming up on the 13th. I put it way up ahead because I just wanted to forget about it, but I'm going to edit some things out of it because it does get personal. And it's like, well, who does this? But 45 to 55-year-old women that are not writing in journals personally in their homes and putting it in a drawer later on and making stacks and stacks of it, and somebody else burns it because they're clearing out their mess. Woo! No, I think that through the algorithmic playing of maybe we should write books. We should get out and try to, how do we convey information about, we'll say, generational value? Talk about putting money on what? That's the question. It's like, okay, so and then, because why does it more and more get to be where, oh, $1 isn't worth anything now. It's like $5. Or it's more like $100 bill. You just $10. It's like $100. You compare it to what was happening in the 20s and how much groceries you can get for $10, and what was on the market and on the shelves too. I mean, gosh, don't crack open that can of worms or a rotten egg and smell it. But what is it? People don't think, and this is my channel. Think with me a little bit. Do you know how to think? Have you really looked at your generation, just your generation alone, like your life, the process of life that you're going through, and computerization has um, accelerated, say, the information that we do collect as human beings, right? It has stored it instead of like in a book. It's here as a live streaming. I mean, instead of reading it, you can hear somebody tell you this, reread the book that was already written, and that's it's like this must bleh, this much interesting. Wait, let me get some more space down there with the lighting. Can you see how much interesting it possibly is when you have a curiosity and an interest, genuinely? Did you find your own interest through a genuine curiosity? Were you able to unfold that curiosity? Do you even have it in you to question in a certain way? Pardon me while I have to work my wood pile today. Kind of excited. It's already the 1st of August, and by the end of next September, we could see the beginnings of a winter time. I mean, I've seen it snow on October 4th, so I have to get myself in gear. Talk about the self-worth thing. See, see, the thing we want is the real thing we want is the real thing. And that is, I hate to say this like this, because it's been 10 or 12 years that I don't promote trying to rely on people. But I'm going to say it differently. It's just we have each other. Everybody knows. I mean, this is the Taurus thing. This is the Taurus remembrance. The issue that it's in the we have Uranus there that is causing this vibration in Taurus, which is actually to say that Aquarius, the personality of humanity, and friends, it's just rules of friends. Friends aren't friend. Where are you going? Friends aren't a bad thing. We need each other. We gain each other. We gain more riches through association. Now, I didn't just say that the manipulative thing goes on because somebody has made money and somebody took the water away and now you know what I mean? But anyway, God, getting back to just trying to explain the dynamic of how the friends, Aquarius, Uranus, is visiting the house of Taurus. They don't really kind of get along. The fixed signs, they do, but they don't. They can complement each other, but are they loving enough to know their differences and appreciate it rather than just to shut each other out? Whoa. And when I talk about Taurus and Leo and Scorpio and Aquarius, out of all the signs, they are fixed signs, and when they don't like something or somebody, they just do not. I mean, Taurus especially is the first one to be the fixed decision of a quality control kind of decision. It's like, no, and there is something to it, really. We cannot see, we might have lost the Taurus vibration a long time ago. It's like that just knows by a simple gut feeling. And through the senses of going, actually, that doesn't smell right at all. And no, don't use that because it's corrosive, something like that. Venus ruled Taurus. Earth ruled Earth. Venus ruled Earth. And so it's important to remember all that, which was Gemini's job over there. Who, see, now I keep going through the evolution of human consciousness, and I never get past them. I just go up to the first four, and that's all you need to know. Cancer is after Gemini, who it's important to start to build. The cancers are the beginning. It's really actually no, you can just stop at Gemini because you have cardinal, fixed, mutable. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. That's the way it goes. And those categories, cardinal is Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. And then fixed is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Now you're seeing how I'm jogging my brain and it's farting. And then cardinal, fixed, mutable. Mutable. See, and see, the cardinal, fixed, and mutables, they have all of their strange qualities too, just as in and as of themselves. As far as malleability, I think it's a good way to look at it. Their flexibility and what they do. And the cardinal signs are known to be on the angles. So anyway, mutable is Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and the last sign is Pisces, and that's a very mutable. You look at the words, just look it up and kind of start using your imagination. It's important. See, you're not a good astrologer unless you do know that words, being antichrist, if you say they are the truth, we're gonna have to talk about this more. because they can only point at an experience in reality called the truth. That's what words are. And if words start saying that, oh no, I am the truth, that's Antichrist. That's just like the screen over there, or your newscaster saying, and this is the truth. That's just like your courthouse over there that says you can tell the truth. I hate to say this, but that's like your Christianity over there that says this Bible, inside of it, is the truth. Now, if you can say that good poetry, and there is, see, good, something worth reading is always it's always been good poetry, that it only reminds you of what your heart knows. It's beautiful because it just awakens you. You're like, you know what, that's the truth for me. But what are you saying when that's the truth for me? It means this, that's my experience. And having said that, poetry and people that get really close to an experience, see, it is said that China, their language, they have one word, and they have a way to write it, some kind of squiggle that explains an experience that everybody is bound to have, and if they pay attention to it, they pay attention to the whole moment that it happens. The sound of birds' wings hitting the air. Could be any bird, I'm sure. The one that I recall, and I've heard so many just yesterday and today, is the raven, when it takes to the air and it hits the air and it goes. Now, that's something that a lot of people, and if you can imagine, I mean, just because you don't have the word there doesn't mean that the experience isn't there. But who bothered to bring it up into a word, let alone to be able to draw it out in Chinese? It's just one word that particular culture, you can imagine the complexity of the culture that would store that experience in one single word, that in fact it's an experience still, no matter that it was just one word that they found that would explain not just the obvious of what I said, but you're at a moment of clarity somehow, and you become one with this sound. And I don't know. Thank you for listening to that. And isn't that worth $12.95? I want to make a skit of just. I mean, I'm gonna get hip to making money, man. This right here, $9. I'm just gonna start putting a price tag on everything, and then it's just like, just in case. I can't own anything but my value, the price tags, and I would just think the moment that I talked about it just 15 seconds ago, I don't have a dime to even get price tags to put it, to go buy the price tags and start writing down prices. I'm fucked. I have faith that once I change my attitude. See, that's the thing, is it really, why is it, so we have to chug away. And I was trying to talk about, did we just lose our self-worth and forget how to do it? I mean, I gotta put my price tag right here. And how do we do this? See, I can walk up to the party and I can get, oh my God, watch this. And just start pouring. I pour into the party. Oh my God, whether I'm playing my guitar and and hopefully there's some people. See, I don't believe in playing music without other people being there, particularly musicians. I don't think that it's a very good display to be just like this loner. Only I could do this. And it's like, yeah, but can you get along with other people? Can you do it with other people? I mean, music to me, 5 planets in Libra. My birthday's coming up in September on the 26th. I talk about Aries a lot, but that's the time you were born, the very day. I'm an Aries rising, that's the sign you are. I'm an Aries, but I have a Libra sun. 369, Mars, Pluto, Sun, Pluto, Mars, feeling fine. So getting back to the fact that I'm a musician and that it rules relationships really, Libra and music rules music for a reason, relationships for a reason, love for a reason, the balance for a reason. Very, very scientific. In fact, all of the signs are pointing at pure science. I figured this out. I figured out what astrology is. It's real science. It's the only real science that points at all of the other possible sciences. And what is science? Did I write you down in my Bible what that means? Did I? Most likely I did. Where's my Bible? I have to look at the word science. It's not Babel, by the way. It's not Babel. It's Bible. And you haven't seen one yet until we definitely see, you can thank me, and this is 20 years behind here. But I'm 20 years ahead is what I meant. So let me write down the word, well, I think I tried to write it here. No, it's interesting though. Science, babes, it's really complex, you know, it would take 9 hours to try to explain, but if you really look at what's inside the word science, S, very simple, okay? Of course, there's a C. It's interesting. There's the I. If I wrote the I in the way that we're supposed to, which is to be the lowercase, it means you're the third eye. I'm not kidding about this. It's really interesting. So I'll just paint a little picture. There's an I there. You know, you can brighten it up. What's weird is my grandma used to do this. She painted the I like that. But now, getting back to what's really in the word, and there's several words, you need to make sure that you use your imagination and figure, where is science coming from? What is it all together? The sheep do not know the word science. That's why I've come up with this decoding system to make the sheep know, no, this is everything that you can science. This is everything that you can science. Okay, so science, N, it's SCIEN. Did I just spell science wrong? I'll fucking do this. And it's not my fault, you know, I have a lot on all levels that I try to manage in my mind. Spell the word science. Yeah, see, I wasn't aware that there's two C's in it. I have to figure out what the C is. It's pretty easy. It's a U that's tipped over. I don't know, you know, it's moving that way. So there is a C at the end, or here, after the N. But you want to put the E's up. See, the E's are important, and you want to really accent those a lot. Why? I don't know, but mainly what the sheep need to know. Babe, science is everything that you can see. Do you see the word see in science? And you can also make the word seen. If you take these two away, there's a scene. Did you open up your account with reality outer space? There's a scene there. And then what is that scene? Well, that's the truth. The floaty things that are there. See, this is very important conversation. It's called Buddhism, by the way. And the reason why I get this weird like this is because this is the problem we have with narcissism. They haven't opened up their account with reality. And real science is based on just simply, did you get your eyes to work beyond the filter of your mind? See, there's a saying that says there's a passage from the I, this I. See, do you notice that in the word science, hon, there is the divine I there. You couldn't hold it together without your eye open. And basically, you know, you can go like this, really. I mean, you can have all your senses open and you can be really empathetic and go, doesn't feel right. As far as a civilization, in case you want a human one that is based in well-being, then you want to use the real science. In case you wanted to get out into the outer space. So the word see, I'm sorry, I'm not kidding. Okay, am I kidding? Am I lying? Am I lying? that there's a scene out there. Okay, do you see it? Are you using both of your eyes at least? That's the thing, is like, okay, God gave you a body. Did you turn it on? See, there's where we get to my organization. See, there are shoulds. Right? Now, if you're doing the should, you should turn your eyes on. You should feel a responsibility to engage, like profound responsibility. Why? Well, in case there are shoulds, there are souls here. I mean, there's a possibility that a soul can happen. Sorry, I mean, I feel like I'm doing Sesame Street the real way. This is going to become not popular in the 20 years. This is the entrance into something bigger. I'm only doing 0.02% of what is very much real. The interfacing system sent from benevolent beings who live in outer space, called the English alphabet. There's a reason why that all peoples are required to learn it. It's technologically based. And I didn't just say, oh, the Satan, the ruler of the world, of the word. It's just we have to log into this. No. There's something about it, see, that when you do open up the full spectrum reality that we're dealing with here, which is 3 dimensions, your mind, your body, and your mind. So getting back to the organization that's here already. See, I drew a couple bad pictures here. I know what I'm doing though. See, I already did it. Where's the other wonderful picture of organization? You need to know what these words really mean, because you want to get into geometry, right? You want, well, geometry. That's the answer, Hans. You want to know how to work the earth, or even the ear. Well, it's hooked into the heart. You want to get back to the organization? This is really easy. Really easy. I found something so easy. Organization, well, see, your real life is now. It's available now only. Well, that's where your organ is. Your heart is organing. It's the only organization that's here. It's the only organization that is here. Let me write down the word here. Now, here. See, in the word here, her and he is there. There's a profound reason for that, babes, because why? Well, what if there's a time that we lose sight of all intellectual property and spiritual belonging? Well, don't worry. The language is here. The language is here. See, you need to know here. Now is always here, babes. As far as if you're, if we have these 4 pointers, 5 pointers, sorry. Head, arm. It's for some reason the 5 comes up a lot. Just getting back to the R rule, babes. Don't worry. He is there, but you have an R there that suggests to reverse it. Is it safe to reverse it? See, I'm very serious about this because I haven't hit a dead end to it yet, and I didn't lie to you yet, did I? If you don't think that this is the truth, when I'm telling you that here, he is there and so is her in here, then you're not safe for the kids. I mean, literally too. Literally, right? What the hell does literally mean? Because there's the word literature, and then, litter. I know litter is trash, but literally? See, I don't think we know what we're saying there. Literally cannot be anything but just words, like of literature. See what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people are confused about things, and I'm ready. It takes a few years of practice, just knowing in your mind for sure, that's like, no, I know for sure that all possible books, pages, even if I've brought it up like this, you bring it up like this and say, look, organ heart at on is it, as long as you have logged in, like, oh, that's the big thing. The big thing for the human population on Earth is to open your heart, turn it on, just, oh, and they don't really explain, and they do though. We can keep it up and mention it, at least say, no, it's not easy. It's painful. What the main thing is your mind is going through pain. You're gonna fight a lot of your old programming and stuff, right? Your old programming just to get into the way to gain for yourself through what organization, babes? Is it safe? Really, right? Are you able to be a full round being by connecting of what? I mean, did you open your eyes? Did you? How are you today? It's a great way to start out, anyway, right? Mainly, I think the people in Japan, in the small town of Japan, have it down pat. It's just they don't say hi, how are you today? Sorry about my speech impediment. I'm going to get worse and worse when Pluto starts to conjunct my Mercury. And I'm telling people beforehand, I told people beforehand when I saw that Pluto was going to start squaring my Mercury for the first time, and this was years ago. And it's like, whoops. I see this is the benefit of astrology. It's like, pardon me while I go cuckoo for a minute. I mean, really, can you hand me a fucking intravenous line anytime? But I just kind of go, and it's not necessarily a bad thing because with the 28, sorry, I just went way away from what I was talking about. But with the 28 degrees of any sign, 29 degrees especially, but getting into the early degrees, it's just a full wisdom cup of something in the, and if it's expressing, you should honor all expression. Really, it's the ultimate thing to just express like a flower and get that thing open and out and then die, and do it again. And that's the ultimate, that's not going to end here. What are we doing algorithmically? Whew. So anyway, bear with me as my speech will sound more and more like stupid because I witnessed the contrary a month and a half ago when it was more up to training my son and my 369, and it's just amazing how astrology is so coincidental that way. But I'll close it up with this, and thanks for listening to this video. Didn't get anywhere really. I'm just warning about the orange shirt videos that I've been making. Some of my videos, it's interesting. I put one that I made that just it's issues that are coming up. Who knows? Maybe it's divine. The reason why I put it up on the 13th. I think I am humanity. I'm not an isolated incident. I do try to solve problems. I don't want to get caught in the same kind of say, oh, is there something like the Matrix and stuff like that? I mean, what is it? Are we really playing a part here? If you hang around the programming long enough, you're going to forget your whole fucking mission. Watch out. And with the planets that are happening, with the time that we're going through right now, it's a passage. It's just, you know, you have to be spiritually sound individually. You can't be tethered on to anything else to get through this passage. Just say, you kind of let each other go, and you know you're still there, but it's like, hey, I have my particular karma, my programming. I'm trying to work on, like what I try to say in my video that comes up on the 13th, and it would be better for me to refine it and go general and not so personal. Um, because we all have these issues. I think I tried to illuminate it here in the beginning about money and um, really getting deeper about our self-worth value on a very real organic scale. Like see, we don't associate with each other in a way that we actually see we've done something. What if it's just a bunch of trees that have done something? All we did was water and make sure that, I mean, what can we do with the garden but just be at awe with it? When we get it started, it's going to do itself, and there's more than enough, you see. And then you hand that around, you contribute. Oh boy, I'm losing my train of thought. See, We become richer that way when we share just like that. Ask Tesla. If you listen to these people talking, they don't really mention money. They just say, just contribute. Your life is your valued or mining substance that you will bring to the table, isn't it? You know, these kind of people are like that. And you can say, well, not necessarily. See, a woman will say, well, no, not necessarily. See, I had to put a doo-doo in your mouth there, Tesla. See, this guy, he got only so far. And I say, and this is the ultimate thing to say, it's because we've lost sight of the woman's side. Probably the side of the organism that is, I keep bringing this up and I hate it. I don't hate it. I hate it for the reason it's like, it's none of my business. I was never interested in these clowns called men and women. Both of them can become purely aware and see things as they are. See things as they are. They can get into real science that's here now through organization. We can get into what? Science? Shauna, what's that? Well, when you look at it, kids love to study. They're curious and they want to see things. It's everywhere. You can if you're a curious person yourself and you have learned something of the truth, then it's unquestionable. It's an opportunity right there to say, look, because they are there going, it's like that with me, babes. And this is why parents, real life parents, kidding, narcissists who have kids, they keep them way away from me. See, they will do a disingenuine thing of taking them somewhere else. Well, I have to, it's weird. It's kind of an insult because it's like the people in your life, you're supposed to be learning from it. Even if it is, it's like, oh, you realize that, like, well, this is the person I need to rely on. No, you don't rely on people. Rely on that they might be handling the truth every once in a while, and there is where you're supposed to be smart enough to take it and go, God, that's great. No, I didn't just say rob from them. Just notice, oh my God, they work it like this. It's possible for me. Because why? The truth is the same for everybody. How? Boy, I swear, my Bible is a little bit jumbled up, but we have the answer here. Through your senses, not a mystery. Not a mystery. It's how we come up with real science. You want to use your eye. You have two eyes. You don't have to really get into the mystery of. It's not a mystery though. This eye right here. It's the only thing that's happening here. And I'm gonna close this out by saying something I've said for the past profusely for the past 6 months, like crazy. People think I'm nuts. There's only two types of people to be found here. Now, the eye open, the ones who are surrendered. The only reason why they would know that this phenomena and the process and the cyclic thing that's going on with their spines and the way that they have, they're an electrical body. They're an electrical body. Their hearts are the electrical router. Their minds are just a receiver. And you have a crystal that is actually receiving on a different level, which is interdimensional. And there's a reason why we go to sleep over there. And all of this is ancient knowledge. How do we communicate really? Very scary because there is one elite crew over there that knows about it and they visit you not only through the television set, but in your dreams probably. They got you all jumbled up, but they can visit you, right? Be careful. Be careful. Do you have your own faculties on? Are you looking around even within? Do you see yourself sleeping? And do you see yourself going into dreams? That's called lucid dreaming. Do you control your dreams? See, the only thing that you need to know about that, as far as to translate anything going on, we already know that there's the delicacy of telepathy, audio, clairvoyance, stuff like that, audio sentient, um, so you know how to see your dreams. Otherwise, you're just getting rest at night. Other people are just doing madness. And then there's the madness of interpreting those kinds of dreams. But the real thing that you need to know is just, are you aware that you're dreaming or are you not? And also, when you're aware that you're dreaming, are you controlling them? Are you, in fact, doing anything and everything that you're all of a sudden like, oh, yay! See, the main thing that everybody wants to do is fly. And this is the thing that nobody knows, but it's a common place where we're at there. If you want to fly, here's how you do it. When you know you're dreaming, this is a guarantee. It's like a guarantee, because a lot of people, when they go in that realm, they find it hard to fly. They think, they go like this. They go, how do I do it? Well, a lot of times, like, I just stop, and they explain, and they can't go very high. If you want to shoot out into outer space right away, like a rocket ship, do this one thing when you know you're dreaming. Lift your hands up and look at them. Boom! You just automatically start flying. Boom! Try to get over the feeling of the real life feeling, and I'm taking you on a trip. It's minute 35. I hope you appreciate it. Looking into a shaman's life for sure. We need a little bit of support. We need to recognize each other and stop pulling each other down with, if you're the triad blip, you don't know shit. I don't know. You need to recognize love in your life right now. That's the only way to get through this passage that we're going through. And you're going to see me going up and down and up and down. You're going to see all of humanity doing that. Because here's what the worry is. Is this the same patterning that gets me stuck in this shit that I'm trying to wiggle it out of it because I want my creative life? And it's just generational. And our creative lives, we should be able to tack if there's something, a game of money. Here's how it works. Everybody knows this too. The old system has corroded down people's body, literally. I mean, they're having to look for cures for the fake disease that they have that's been caused. I mean, a lot of it's kind of fake. I call it fake. And then they go get their fake cure. And there's a real thing that happens there. Do they get a real cure? It's hung in the air, unfortunately. See, the real cure is to realize, well, maybe all of this was wrong. None of this was the truth. It was a complete lie. And you're like, watch that rinse away and come into your, what's the truth? Well, you need people, shamans. You start paying these people. This is how the transfer happens. Pay the people that can bring you back to a real experience. And this is generational. And just, it's the little people. See, the ones that we don't see that has created money, and that, yeah, they would love to pinch off the evolution of waking up. But it's resituating itself through the little men, the little population. It's not ever going to be said, like the Channel 4 News is going to say, guess what? Finally, shamans and soothsayers and sound healers and musicians even, and all of the use of everything, even gardening is coming back to town, folks! No.